What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We back. It's your boy Ramee, the host of I Should Do a Podcast. Gilda Ramee's son. You already know I'm here. So look, sorry I took such a hiatus. I had some business to take care of. I've been out of town for a minute, but I'm back. I got a podcast for y'all. I know y'all been waiting, so check this out. We got one tonight. It's going to be just me, solo dolo. I'm going to be handling current topics that we've been dealing with, that some of the topics that I missed that I just need to chime in on. So look, we're here, we're ready to go. Let's get this thing started. So how y'all been, man? How have y'all been? Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can see it scrolling at the top, youtube.com/Promise Son. Follow the YouTube channel. Come show some support to your boy. We're going to get back to the interviews. I got a lot of interviews lined up that I just couldn't fit in this short week because of another travel situation I got going on. But hey, traveling is good for me. Remember that. Traveling is good for Alvin. So, but I got a young Christian artist that's going to come on. I got a single mother who's been dealing with some things that I got preachers, I got rappers, I got entrepreneurs, I got atheists, I got Christians, I got LGBT community members. I have everyone lined up. They're in the queue. They're ready to get this interview. They're ready to talk to the I Should Do a Podcast audience. I just got to get them lined up. I just got to get a specific day, and we're going to run that. But listen, I've missed some topics that I should have been able to come on and talk to you guys about, like my man Creflo Dollar switching up to teaching giving under the grace of the new covenant. I respect it. We're gonna get into that. I made some comments on my Facebook page about the baby daddy with the single bag of McDonald's that looked like he bought it from a gas station. But look, we're going to get into that too. I have some comments about that. People been asking me, what do I think about abortion and the overturning of Roe v. Wade. Yes, I haven't done my vocal training. So Roe v. Wade. How do I feel about that? We're going to get into that also, man. This is going to be a nice podcast with your boy, and I'm going to just share some thoughts with you all. You may agree, you may not agree, but you still love me. You know you love me. You love me. You really, really love me. But look, we're going to get into Mr. Creflo Dollar, because this shocked me, because some of the things he's saying now were some of the reasons why I didn't really listen to him as much. You know, some feedback on Creflo Dollar. Okay, when I was in college, and I was in community college. When I was in community college before I went on to other. Okay, when I was in college, I used to work on a lumber yard, and doing that, I would have to wake up early. So at 7:00, Creflo Dollar was my wake up man, and I would listen to his teaching. And man, the brother can listen. I know whatever we talk about with some of the things that he messes up on. His teaching gifting is there. He's a great teacher. He can teach. So I learned a lot under Creflo Dollar. I learned a lot what not to do under Creflo Dollar as well. So I'm going to go into this. I like what he done here. I couldn't find the original, so I found this on someone else's page. I don't know who the person is, so if they start talking, I'm going to cut it off. But I found this clip on YouTube of his confession, not really an apology, but he's talking, and I kind of like some of the things he's saying right here, so I'm going to let it play.
I want to start off by saying to you that I'm still growing.
We all are.
And that the teachings that I've shared in times past on the subject of tithing were not correct.
Okay.
And today I stand in humility to correct some things that I've taught for years and believed for years, but could never understand it clearly because I had not yet been confronted with the gospel of grace. which has made the difference. I won't apologize, because if it wasn't for me going down that route, I would have never ended up where I am right now. But I will say that I have no shame at all at saying to you, throw away every book, every tape, and every video I ever did on the subject of tithing, unless it lines up with this. I've done some corrective teaching in the last 10 years, but not to the degree of...
Listen, man, that's big of him to say something like that. That's real big of him to talk about. Throw away everything that he said. That's deep, man. So I kind of commend him on saying that. If you feel like when you come into a situation of new revelation and it's in you, the best way to do is to just get rid of the old. So I like what he said here. Let me finish it.
What we're getting ready to do now. So why is this important? Because religion is sustained by two factors: fear and guilt.
Okay.
And if it's one subject that the church has used for a long time to keep people in fear and guilt, it is in that subject of tithing.
Wow.
And it has to be corrected.
And I agree.
And it's got to be corrected now. I may lose some friends. Preachers may not ever invite me no more, but I think I've already been through that, so it doesn't matter. The Lord woke me up at 5:30 this morning, and he said this to me.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there because I don't want to play the whole, I think it's like 5 minutes. We're at the 2-minute mark. But I commend him for doing that. Now, I didn't hear the entire sermon or teaching on where he's going from here. I don't know where he's going from here, but I know those that follow me and those that have been around me for a while, those that have been a part of my foundational course that Pastor Rodney used to allow me to teach out of his church in Lawton, Oklahoma, and that started in my home in Lawton, Oklahoma as well. So they've already gotten a taste of understanding the transition from giving cheerfully and instead of giving begrudgingly because the law said so. See, there's a big difference in that. And I'm not going to go into the teaching of that right now in this podcast, but there's a big difference in giving cheerfully in contrast to begrudgingly giving because you told me I had to give my 10%. And if I don't give my 10%, I commend him for that. So shout out to him, man. But yeah, we've been teaching that. It goes back almost 2011, 2013. Pastor Dixon, who I had on episode 1, he's been a part of that course as well, so he can vouch that we've brought that to the light and brought some freedom to people where they won't be feeling bondage by I have to do this. But man, I don't want to go into a teaching. But yeah, I commend Creflo on that. That was a great that's a great transition that he's making. I'm looking forward to see where else he's going and what else he's going to be saying in the future. I'm going to start tuning in. You know, I like to see people not afraid to say, look, I messed up. Let me fix it. Air horns for Creflo. But check this out, man. Check this out. That's not the one I'm looking for. I'm looking for something else. I can't find it right now, but that's not the one I was looking for. Oh, I can't find it. Okay, here we go. This is what here. Look, man. I shared this on Facebook and it went bananas. People were wondering, what's my take on the baby daddy providing only for his son, even though the mother had 4 other kids, I can't remember. But okay, we've already found out that was a stunt. That was a skit, not a stunt, a skit. So we already know it was a skit. So we're not going to deal with the fact that it was a skit. I'm going to play some of the video, but I want to deal with the principle and the contract and the principle of the matter of, should this gentleman have provided food for those kids? Okay, so we're going to play it and get some clarity on what's going on.
Look, y'all, every day my baby daddy come here with one meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids. We have 1 kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing at McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids at McDonald's though? Like, that's bogus as hell. Like, you're not finna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there he go, and I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose out of him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up?
Okay, I'm about to stop this right here. Okay, check this out. Shorty's hot because her baby daddy is bringing his kids from McDonald's. Okay. Everyone with kids looking at this man right here sees the red flag. Not only that, it's just one bag and it's look like an orange soda. Cal loves orange soda, but check this out. Homie don't even have a Happy Meal. He didn't even bring a Happy Meal. Boo this man. Boo. How you don't have a Happy Meal? You gonna bring your kids some McDonald's that look like you just picked up the brown paper bag that you had the 40 in, and you just swapped the bag and put the burger in there. You know, it don't look right. So none of this look right. I can't believe I didn't catch this was a skit from the beginning. I feel so silly that I didn't catch the fact that it was a skit from the beginning. But you can see right here that if you're going to bring a kid anything, you're going to buy him a Happy Meal. First off, a Happy Meal is cheaper than if he bought a full meal. That would have been the obvious, unless you got a big old 19-year-old in there that you're buying food for. But let me finish.
Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry?
Right, what do you mean?
Okay, what about my other kids?
What about your other kids? They ain't my
okay, but them your kids' siblings,
and listen,
though.
McDonald's is horrible.
What are you talking about?
My son loves it,
kids,
but
them your kids' siblings, though.
So what you want?
So my other kids finna be left out.
You didn't feed them?
You know I don't give my food stamps to the 7.
see, I can't believe I didn't realize that this was a skit. Okay, check this out. Okay, here's my take, because I'm not going to play the rest of this foolishness, man. Here's my take. I know everyone doesn't agree with me, and that's fine. You don't have to agree with me. That's absolutely fine. You do not have to agree with me. So here's my take. My take is this. I love the kids. I've always been that way. I guess it's just something in me. And with that being said, if I know and I have a relationship with these kids and I know she has more kids than just my kid, I'm not going to go there with just food for my kid. I'm just not. That's not even in my thinking. And I'm just not going to ever, if I'm visiting you, whether or not I hate you or not, because we're not together, whatever, you got 4 other kids, 3 other kids, they're getting something. Even if they might not get exactly what my son has, excuse the microphone, they don't get exactly what my son has, they're getting something. I grew up in a different era. I grew up around some real men that taught me things about, they weren't the greatest. I'm not gonna go into all that, but listen, when it comes to dealing with kids, man, you take care of the kids, man. There's no excuse for that. And I seen some people that were commenting on my Facebook page about, well, so for Christmas, do he gotta buy it? Yes. If you're gonna, they don't have to get what your son might get the 4-wheeler or whatever, but they get the little baby dolls or whatever. They get something because you these are children, man. You don't treat. I don't understand the thinking of people these days. I just don't get that, where we're so angry and selfish that we even take it out on children. I seen men and dudes that, you know, they get in the comments talking about, well, that's not his. He's a real one for. No, you're not a real one for bringing your son some McDonald's, man. There's nothing real about that. That's what you should do, is provide your son with McDonald's. What's real is, man, look, Shorty got 4 kids. She might not have her stamps right now. She might not. So look, let me take care of these kids right now. My son might get the big burger. Whatever. Either or, I'm still gonna make sure that these kids, man, these are children, man. These children don't deserve to be caught in the crossfire of you and her, whatever. I know it's a skit, so I'm putting too much emphasis into it, but just saying, listen, fellas, if you're listening to Uncle Al, you're listening to me, just check this out. If you're dealing with a woman and she has children, understand that those children are a part of her life. Now, in this scenario, this brother here was supposedly knowledgeable of the kids. Not only that, he affiliates with the kids, and the kids know him in this skit scenario. So in this scenario, he know those kids. So if you know those kids, there's no way you can't provide for those kids, man. Something. Letting them kids